Bonjour, comment allez-vous? This is the Crypto Kid podcast, and I am the Crypto Kid, Daniel Plummer. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, comment, leave us some good comments on what you want to see on this podcast. This podcast is all about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and blockchain technology. And today we're going to talk about going viral with significant content that is insignificant. And that in itself is significant. So let's get started. Okay. Today in the markets, Bitcoin is down right now as we speak, $900 as investors take their profits after Bitcoin went ahead as predicted, 64,319 US dollars yesterday, which was Tuesday, September 24th, 2024. I told you that, and at the time of filming the podcast, Bitcoin was trading at 63,722 US dollars. And I said that it was poised to go past 64,000 US dollars by market close or shortly after. And that's exactly what it did, reaching a high of 64,319 US dollars. But then I cautioned you. I said, once it hits that level, you should expect the price to dip as investors who have been holding on to the coin for a long time when it was significantly under 59,000 US dollars, they're going to use that as an opportunity to take some profits. Therefore, don't be shaken when you see the price dip. That's just more coin being put on the market. And you should expect that with Ethereum as well. Ethereum reached a high of 2,627 US dollars. It is now currently trading at 2,617 US dollars. Therefore, is keeping most of his gains. What I'm seeing now as we get closer to the US presidential election on November 5th, 2024, is that the market sentiment is very positive, high, and optimistic. Everyone sees that Donald Trump has the momentum in his campaign. He has been tirelessly traveling across the country, making sure he hits the battleground states twice a week. Yesterday, the New York Times reported that Donald Trump is ahead in Arizona, Georgia, and North Carolina. And I expect sometime this week they will also acknowledge that he's been leading in Nevada and as well as Pennsylvania and Wisconsin and Michigan. He's already clearly demonstrated that he's leading hands down in Nevada. I'm not sure why the fake news media will not comment on that and corroborate that. But in addition to that, JD Vance and Donald Trump have visited the state of Pennsylvania twice a week for weeks. They've been hitting it hard. In addition, JD Vance has visited Georgia, and it seems as if Kamala Harris dropped the ball because she didn't even visit Georgia. And it doesn't make sense. It's as if she assumed because she's African American that she has the vote in Georgia. And lo and behold, the Georgians surprised her, and Donald Trump has a comfortable lead in the state of Georgia. In addition to that, we're expecting in the next day or two the fake news media to corroborate and confirm that Donald Trump is leading in Nevada, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and definitely Wisconsin. That's another thing is if Kamala Harris has forgot about Wisconsin, and she did go out to Nevada, but she's focused primarily on Michigan and Pennsylvania. And she hasn't given that much attention to Pennsylvania because Donald Trump was going to Pennsylvania in July before they even announced Biden was withdrawing. And I believe that move right there, the coup d'etat right there, withdrawing Biden because it was clear that he was losing by 15 points, some say 21 points. The conservative side said he was losing by 8 points. So we can go with the conservative 8 points. At that time, Biden figured that they would repeat what they did in 2020, so he didn't bother to go to Pennsylvania, whereas Trump was in Pennsylvania twice a week. And he did that right after the convention or previous to the beginning of the Republican National Convention in July. Then, as soon as the convention was over, he went twice a week, and he's been going twice a week in August and now the month of September. So for more than 8 weeks, he's been going to Pennsylvania and Michigan, talking to the auto workers and steel workers in Pennsylvania, the steel workers in Pennsylvania and the auto workers in Michigan, which are they're closely related because the auto workers need the steel from Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh in particular, to go to Detroit or the surrounding areas. And he's talking about bringing back the auto industry back to the state of Michigan, which has been shipped down to Mexico right now, which is very sad. Still, market sentiment in the cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology is high. In addition, the SEC approved last week BlackRock's ETF. And so the market is very optimistic. In addition to that, Jerome Powell, Fed chairman, excuse me, cut the prime interest rate a half of a point, and that is equivalent to 50 BPS, which spurred Bitcoin going from 59,000 US dollars all the way to the price of 63,000 US dollars, and then settling down around 62,922 US dollars. And now it's gone above 64,000 US dollars. It is comfortably above 63,000 US dollars, as I predicted. In the presidential news, it's funny that Elon Musk, the owner of Twitter X, has caused an advertising video to go viral in which he is mocking Gavin Newsom and Kamala Harris through AI generated voiceovers. And it's just memes. It's a meme video. And Gavin Newsom signed a bill that is saying that you cannot post AI generated meme videos 120 days prior to any presidential election. And he's from the position of a state governor. He's trying to write national law. This is so fascist and so Nazi. And if you Google and you find the video on YouTube, it's hilarious because it's what the title of this Crypto Kid podcast is for today, which is the significance of going viral, posting insignificant material. And that's significant. And I want to tell you stories from the stories that I was told so you could make it your stories and then I can make it my story because it's everybody's story. And the significance of my story is insignificant. And that very fact makes it significant because it allows you to have your own story, which is insignificant, which creates significance about the whole ability to go viral posting insignificant content and the significance of that fact. And so we all want to understand that my story and your story are all individual stories. And we can tell these stories, and I can make your story my story, and you can make your story my story. And then we have several news stories. And the significance of this is that, in fact, it's insignificant. And that is significant. And that's why I'm telling the story. So, for now on, I want you to understand how to go viral posting insignificant content, understanding the significance of that fact. And with that, this is the Crypto Kid signing out for the Crypto Kid podcast. And don't forget that the future is crypto. Also, do not forget the significance of insignificant